Okay, a quick little video here. Hopefully it won't take me too long, but I want to give you guys a little something while I'm working on other videos. And this is something I didn't have planned to talk about, but recent information has made me curious about this subject matter. So it was recently brought to my attention by some people on Discord that a couple of Death Battle episodes have been removed, mainly the Ninja Turtles Battle Royale and the Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black. Now, what people were telling me is that apparently these were not removed because of copyright claim shenanigans, like what happened to Beerus versus Galaxia. No, apparently what people are telling me is that Death Battle themselves took these episodes down because they felt that they were that bad. Now, I've been trying to do some information on this myself, and it is kind of difficult to find information, so I have to go with what little I have. So from what I can gather, and I did research to confirm, yes, if you look up either of these two death battles, they do not come up. The most that you'll find is like reaction videos that were made at the time. But other than that, the original episodes are gone. Now, there are two things to keep in mind about this. I did read some sources that claimed that the Ninja Turtles Battle Royal got taken down because it was too violent. Now, I don't know how true that is, because if we're talking about like violent Death Battle episodes, has a Death Battle episode ever been taken down for being too violent? And as far as like episodes are concerned, like that's hardly the most violent episode of Death Battle. Let's be honest here. I mean, just look at Omni-Man versus Homelander. That one was pretty freaking brutal. So I don't think that's what's going on here. And there was another person I spoke to today about this, and they told me that the reason why the Death Battle got taken down was because they used a slur. Now, I'll admit, it's been years since I've seen this episode, and unfortunately I can't rewatch it, but somebody notified me that in that episode of Death Battle, they referred to Michelangelo as retarded, and that's one of the reasons why they took the episode down. Now, either which way you look at it, oh, and in regards to Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black, I don't think I need to explain that one. That has been one of the most hated episodes of Death Battle of all time. If any of you remember when I reacted to Fish Boy's top 10 worst Death Battle episodes, he literally broke his own rule of not putting season 1 episodes on the list, and he broke that rule to put Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black on there. Now, here's what I find curious. If Death Battle did take these episodes down of their own choice, and it wasn't because of like a copyright claim or some kind of like community violation strike or anything like that, then what I find curious is, so Death Battle is willing to take down episodes that they deem as bad. And I find this fascinating because I can remember I have actually suggested to people, and I've gotten into arguments with people about this in YouTube comment sections, where I suggested that Death Battle should take down some of their older episodes that are either offensive or have not aged the best. And I got laughed at by some people in the community that said, that's stupid, why should Death Battle take down their old episodes? And I'm thinking to myself, well, if the episode is bad enough, why not? Like, think about it this way. Think about like a really horrible episode that pretty much everybody universally hates. Like, I don't know, Natsu versus Ace. Why would you not take that one down? The circumstances surrounding that Death Battle were bullshit. So Zoro defeats Urza, the Fairy Tail fans throw a hissy fit, they formulate a plan to set a trap for One Piece because for some reason they blame One Piece for Urza losing and not Death Battle for having Urza lose, or potentially misscaling Urza. So they then beg for up to happen of Natsu versus Ace because they knew that Ace had no chance and it was pretty much a guaranteed victory, and it was the Fairy Tail's petty way of getting revenge. And that's just no fun. It's really not. It just shows the bitterness of some fan bases and how far they'll take things. And really, if I was Death Battle, I would take that episode down, but that's just me. Now, for those that think that Death Battle should never take down episodes whatsoever, I mean, if Death Battle feels embarrassed by certain episodes, why not take them down? I've taken down old videos that I've made because if you have work that you're not proud of, why not get rid of it, or at least like get rid of it and then like remaster or remake it? There's been times where I made videos in the past, I didn't care much for them, so I either took them down or I remade them and then took down the original. There's only been a couple of exceptions, and I don't see why that's a bad thing. Like, I gotta deal with these fans where they're like, oh, you think that Death Battle should take down old episodes? That's stupid. Why should Death Battle do that? What, because they get episodes wrong? No, because certain episodes are just maybe not of the quality that Death Battle feels they should be, you know? Or you've got certain episodes like Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black that people really hate, or Yang versus Tifa, which was just a glorified advertisement for Ruby. That's all it was, and that only happened because Rooster Teeth told them to. Why not take down Yang versus Tifa? I know if I made something like Yang versus Tifa, I'd strip that shit down, or I'd at least do a rematch and then get rid of the original. But that's just me. And again, clearly Death Battle agrees with me if this is the case, that some of their episodes are not that good and they took them down. And I even saw somebody in a Discord say that nothing was lost when I notified them that these Death Battles were removed. Let's not also forget that when Death Battle took over Screw Attack and they turned Screw Attack into just Death Battle, they took down all the old Screw Attack videos, all the old episodes of Evil Craig, all the old top 10 lists that they did. It's all gone. So Death Battle has been more than happy to take episodes down before. And again, I don't understand why taking down old episodes, especially old bad episodes, is a bad thing. Like, some of these old episodes are just really, really bad. Let's look at Slayer vs. Master Chief, the first one. Is there any reason to keep that thing up now that you have the rematch? The old one is kind of obsolete now, and there's really no reason to keep it up. That would just be my thoughts on that. I know that's what I would do. And again, it's not necessarily a bad thing if Death Battle does that. Again, these two Death Battles are gone. Was anything lost? Probably not. If we took down some other really god-awful episodes, would that be a loss? Probably not. If Yang versus Tifa went away, would you honestly shed any tears over that? Probably not. If Green Lantern versus Ben 10 went away, would you shed any tears over that? Probably not. That's just something I wanted to talk about. I could go into more detail, but I think you get the idea. So let me know what you think. What do you think of these two episodes being removed? Do you think that Death Battle should have removed them, or should they have kept them up? And if you agree with me that there are some episodes of Death Battle that Death Battle should get rid of, leave down in the comments, what episodes of Death Battle do you think should be deleted permanently? And this would just be right off the top of my head. Personally, I would get rid of Yang versus Tifa, Naruto versus Ichigo, Madara versus Aizen. Just some ideas to throw out there. Oh, and Ryoko versus Shadow the Hedgehog, Kool-Aid Man versus Macho Man, and Smokey the Bear versus McRuff. Those would just be some of my ideas right off the top of my head of episodes I would get rid of. But let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys around for the next episode.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Sometimes I feel a voice in my head saying the world is dead and the state